Hello, all, and a lovely regards to all my lovely students of class 3. In my previous record, I had started with English literature lesson number 1 on the pasture, and this literary piece is written by one Swiss novelist, and her name is Johanna Spyri. Now, let me briefly enlighten you about this author, Johanna Spyri. She is a Swiss novelist and her popular work is Heidi. Yesterday, in my previous record, I had told you that this lesson on the pasture is about the little girl Heidi, and so her popular work is Heidi. Her other works include Veronica and Other Friends, The Story of Rico, Mooney the Goat Boy, and Eric and Sally. Originally, she used to write in German language, which the world was not able to understand. But because she used to write so beautifully in her own language, later her literary work were translated to English language so that the whole world was able to read her literary works. You can experience the beauty of Switzerland in her writings. Okay, in all her literary works, you can experience the beauty of the Switzerland, the Alp mountains. Okay, so yesterday I had finished with this reading on page 1 and explained to you about this little girl who had come on the mountain top to stay with her grandfather. He was an old man who lived on the mountain top, and he had a flock of goats, and there was one little boy, Peter, who used to help him to take the goats to the pasture. So yesterday in the previous recording I had explained to you how grandfather asked Heidi about he asked her whether she wanted to join Peter to the pasture, and she was really very happy. And before going to the pasture, grandfather had instructed Heidi to wash herself, to have a bath, and how he had packed her dinner comprising of bread and cheese in the boy's bag. Okay, till that we had finished in the previous recording. Now from here we start with the part 2 session of the lesson number 1 on the pasture. Okay, the little bowl goes in too, said the uncle, for the child does not know how to drink straight from the goat the way you do. She is going to stay with you all day, therefore milk 2 bowls full for her dinner. Look out that she does not fall over the rocks. Do you hear? So this is the instruction grandfather told to Peter, that he should take care of the goats as well as take care of the small girl Heidi, because she was very much new and she was not able to cope up with the new life that she is going to live now. Of course, she needed milk to drink, so grandfather instructed Peter to milk 2 bowls of milk for her from the goats, and plus this bread and cheese was there. So Heidi was going to stay with Peter till night, because the dinner was packed for her. Okay, so these are all the instructions grandfather gave to Peter to take care of the small girl, to take care of her dinner and to take care of the goats. Okay. Just then Heidi came running in. Grandfather, can the sun still laugh at me? She asked. So this little girl, she came running in after doing all her washing work and bathing work. She came running in and asked her grandfather that will the sun still laugh at her. Even she also jokingly asked her father how her grandfather had cracked a small joke that if she went outside without bathing, the sun will laugh at her. Okay, so she also jokingly asked her grandfather that will the sun still laugh at her, because now that she is clean. Okay, she has cleaned herself. She asked that whether the sun will still make fun of her. The child had rubbed herself so violently with the coarse towel which the grandfather had put beside the tub that her face, neck and arms were as red as a lobster. Now this lobster is an aquatic animal. You will find it under sea. So it's actually red in color. That's the reason why the girl's face, neck and arms are compared to this sea animal, lobster. The child had really cleaned herself, and she had rubbed herself so violently with a coarse. Now the meaning of this coarse is rough. The rough towel. It's a cloth towel, so rough, and she had rubbed herself so violently that now her neck, face and arms were really clean and red, because she had rubbed it so violently. That's the reason why the skin color had become red in color, red color. Okay. With a smile, the grandfather said, "No, he can't laugh any more now. But when you come home tonight, you must go into the tub like a fish. When one goes about like the goats, one gets dirty feet. Be off." So even grandfather lovingly said her with a smile that no, he won't laugh at you anymore now that you are really clean. But then when you come back home tonight, you must go into the tub like a fish. That means she must clean herself again after coming back from the pasture. She must have a bath, and he told her that after going to the pasture, one really gets very dirty. So to clean off that dirt, you have to have a bath again. So this is the instruction grandfather gave to Heidi after coming back from the pasture. They started merrily up the Alps. The Alps is a mountain ranges in the Europe. It's a mountain ranges. It's a mountainous region in the Europe. Okay. A cloudless, deep blue sky looked down on them, for the wind had driven away every little cloud in the night. So this is the description of the sky that looked like it was touching the mountain tops. So high the mountains are that it looked as if the sky was touching down, and the sky was cloudless because it was windy. Okay, it was windy and the wind had driven away all the cloud that the sky had, and now the sky was clear. It was a deep blue sky and it was a clear sky with no clouds in it. The fresh green mountainside was bathed in brilliant sunlight, and many blue and yellow flowers had opened. So because it is a mountainside, it has fresh green air in it, fresh air, green mountains with all the grass. Okay, of course brilliant sunlight, because there is no hindrance, no obstacle to obstruct the coming of the sun rays. No obstruction, no hindrance. Mountain means full of freedom, and plus lovely flowers, blue and yellow flowers. We'll find variety of flowers on the mountain top. Okay, Heidi was wild with joy and ran from side to side. Now before, when she was staying with Ursula, she was kept in a small room. She had to stay indoors inside the house, and she was not allowed to go out. Now, after coming to stay with her grandfather, she was allowed to roam about, and now after having so much freedom, Heidi was wild with joy, and she is running from here to there, from side to side, full of freedom. Okay, nobody to say sit here, sit there, no obstruction, full of freedom. In one place, she saw big patches of fine red primroses. On another spot, blue gentians sparkled in the grass, and everywhere the golden rock roses were nodding to her. So you can see here they have mentioned 3 names of flowers: primroses, gentians, and rock roses. So these are the 3 types of flowers Heidi saw in one place. It's not only these three flowers are there. Many varieties of flowers you can see on the mountain top, but this is the mention of the flowers is at one place. She could see at one place these 3 flowers: primroses, gentians, and rock roses. So they were all nodding to her. They were all she felt as if it is in her imagination. She felt as if all these 3 types of flowers were calling to her, were nodding to her. They were calling out to her that come, touch us. Okay. In her transport at such treasures, Heidi even forgot Peter and his goats. So now she is completely she completely forgot about Peter and his goats. Now she is not even interested in the goats and this Peter. She has so much joy. Transport means joy. The meaning of transport is joy. In this context, the meaning of transport is joy. So she is having so much enjoyment right at this moment, and she is having so much treasure. So the treasure is the flowers, not the gold, not the silver, not the diamonds. In here, the treasure is the flowers, a variety of flowers that she is able to see by the mountain side, and she is so much, immersed in her joy, so much into her joy, that she has completely forgotten about Peter and his goats. She is not interested in the goats. She is not interested in Peter. She is completely immersed in these flowers: the primroses, the gentians, and the rock roses. Okay. She ran far ahead of him and then straight away off to one side, for the sparkling flowers tempted her here and there. So now she is like far ahead. She ran ahead of him. She left him behind. Now Peter and the goats are behind her, and she ran ahead of them. And away she strayed. She strayed away. She means she went off to one side. She went off to one side, and there she saw more flowers, and they were tempting her. They were calling out to her, telling her, come and sit beside us, tempting her here and there. It was really very tempting. Welcoming. Tempting means to want, that Tempt is an wanting to have more. If you have an ice cream, 1 bite, 2 bite, the ice cream is so tempting that you want to have more. So here the flowers are tempting Heidi and telling her to come and touch us. See, she is plucking the flowers, picking whole bunches of them to take home with her. She put them all into her little apron. Now apron is this extra clothing that she has put on top of her frock. You can see this extra on top of this frock. She has put this apron. This is an extra clothing that she has put on top of a frock. This is known as apron. So it has a small pocket, and now she is collecting all the flowers and she is putting it in her pocket that this little apron has. So she wants to carry this all flowers to her home. Okay. Peter, whose round eyes could only move about slowly, had a hard time looking out for her. Now this Peter is completely lost. He's far behind her and he is searching where Heidi went. But now he is not able to spot her and is really having a tough time searching for her. The goats were even worse, and only by shouting and whistling, especially by swinging his rod, could he drive them together. Now searching for Heidi and keeping the goats together, because they are animals we are not able to train them and they are wild goats. You can only shout and whistle at them, and the cow, the goat, the herds, the people who take the animals for grazing, they take the rod so that they can keep the cattle together, they can keep the animals together. Heidi, where are you now? He called quite angrily. Now Peter is really angry with Heidi because he is not able to spot her, he is not able to search for her, and is really very, very angry. Okay, the lesson is over now. Okay, and all the meanings that I have discussed is at the back of this textbook. I'll quickly show you where the meanings are there. Okay, let's see. Yeah, word meanings, all the meanings are here. You can go through these meanings I have discussed in this lesson as well. Bye and happy reading.